What's up guys, welcome back to SempreInter TV, here to review our 1-0 win against Parma. Yes, I can confirm we have 3 points and a win in 2019. The beginning of 2019 has been an awful period for Inter. Fans and players, coach, everyone involved. It's been a bleak January, one of the darkest Januaries of recent memories. A lot of people have been calling for Spalletti to be fired, but here he is still grinding it out, and finally he's got a win from his boys. So let's get into the match review and the ratings. As always, the ratings provided by the gang at SempreInter.com by Sunit, and I'll just be going through them and give you my own thoughts and opinions, and of course looking forward to your opinions down in the comments below. First of all, of course, in goal we got Samir Handanovic, who was given a 6. Yeah, easy match for him, not much to get involved in. At right back, our legend, not Maicon, Danilo D'Ambrosio, given a 5.5. Maicon has left Inter around 9 years ago now, and still that gap at right back, that hole that he left of a world-class attacking right back is still there, still hasn't been fulfilled. You know, Simo Vrsaljko looked like he was the one that would be able to take over that mantle finally. You know, a reliable, you know, most world-class right back. But of course, very sad that that he had a very dodgy knee that, you know, took him back to Atletico Madrid now. Inter won't be signing him on a permanent basis, unfortunately, and we're still stuck with D'Ambrosio. You know, in matches like today, he really shows his weaknesses, especially attacking wise. You know, loses possession very easily. His crossing is not up to par. Fortunately, we have a world-class centre-back pairing now, at least, with Skriniar and De Vrij. You know, absolute walls, absolute tanks, and great tactical display from both of those to keep Gervinho and Inglese quiet. On the left, Kwadwo Asamoah has been up and down in form recently after a very strong start. Has not been showing why he's been a Scudetto winner for so many times with Juventus. Slight improvement in his performance today. In midfield, of course, the ever-present Marcelo Brozovic. Our team cannot do without him. We have to give him credit for being there every single match, whether it's Coppa Italia, Champions League, Serie A. This guy is there from the start to the end, running his heart out for the whole 90 minutes. I don't know how he's still going. He's an absolute machine. Again, yesterday, ran his heart out. The quality wasn't there as usual. Some of his passing was a bit slower. Of course, his teammates don't make his life easy, but a 6, well deserved. Next to him, Matías Vecino was playing, although the predictions were saying Gagliardini would play because, you know, he's not in the Europa League squad. Vecino, again, his form has been quite bad this season. You know, there was a stat the other day that came out that showed that Vecino is the person that's ran the most in the Serie A. Made like a headless chicken mainly, but yesterday showed a bit more intelligence with some of his movement. Again, had a couple of chances where he could have done better, but this is his level now. I think we've got used to Vecino's real level. In the attacking midfield role, Radja Nainggolan finally seems like he's returning to full physical fitness. Not 100%, as he mentioned as well in the interviews. You know, at the beginning of the season where he was showing some promise, he still wasn't at 100%. He didn't have a full pre-season with the team. But finally showing the signs of the real Radja that we all know from Cagliari and Roma. Showed, you know, real desire to show everyone, all the critics, wrong. You know, he's been probably one of the main targets of the criticism that's coming towards the team, especially after the audio leaks and some attitude problems. He's admitted that he's got a pact or a promise with the Inter management board. He didn't reveal what exactly it was, but I'm sure it's something around, you know, taking care of himself more off the field. He says, you know, he admits he's turned 30 recently. You know, he has to look after his body in a different way. He can't continue the way that he was doing at Roma. So I'm glad to see him turn a new page. And for me, he was man of the match. And if he plays like this for the rest of the season, Champions League spot is definitely secured. On the right, João Mario played in a role that he plays for in his national team with Portugal. He was given a 6.5 here, which I thought was a bit, you know, a bit higher than I would have given him. I was giving him a 6 because although he did get in good positions and had some good touches, again, when he gets into good positions, good shooting positions or passing positions, just lacks that final special moment. On the left, Perisic returning to form slowly, given a 5.5 here by Sunit. I could have given him a 6 because he did make some good crosses and passes, and he did win the ball back for the goal. Of course, he needs to improve. He's one of our few, almost world-class players, or on his day a world-class player. He needs to improve his final decision making. We want to see the real Perisic back as soon as possible. Up front, Mauro Icardi with a 5. I agree. Icardi has been a shadow of his former self for the last month or so. He's been the embodiment of Inter's struggles, really. And then fortunately, Lautaro came on to save the day. But we need the Mauro back at his best, and this contract talk needs to be resolved as soon as possible, whether he's signing or not. This needs to be resolved as soon as possible. As I mentioned, Lautaro Martinez, El Toro, came on. Of course, you saw great goal, great finish. Remind me a lot of Sergio Aguero, the way he finishes. Very little backlift. Almost looks like he's off balance, but still managed to get the shot off. Great movement to give Nainggolan the pass. And he's been criticised recently for missing a lot of big chances. But this guy, he's 21 years old, first season in Europe. He gets those chances, he gets in those positions time and time again, which is, for me, one of the big signs of a top player. And he's not scared to, continue getting in those positions, even his misses. This mentality is going to take him very far, and I'm looking forward to, seeing him starting hopefully soon. The sort of 2 time-wasting substitutions that were made, Gagliardini and Cedric, just to run down the clock. Hopefully we get to see a little bit more of Cedric soon. That's it, guys. Now looking forward to the next match, which is against Rapid Vienna in the Europa League on a Thursday night. Unfortunately, it will be a 5:55 kickoff time, UK time, in Vienna. Rapid Vienna not doing particularly well in their domestic league. They're currently 8th in the Austrian league, struggling for goals. They've only scored 17 goals in this whole season in the league, which is very, very poor in a not very high quality league. So you can see that they really struggle to score goals. And in the Europa League, they only scored 6 goals in the group stages. So of course, not to be underestimated, because Inter do struggle against these so-called smaller teams that we should be beating easily. I'm expecting a win. I'm expecting the team to build on these 3 points against Parma. I hope Nainggolan again gets to play. He needs to return to 100% fitness, and he can only do that by playing constantly. But what I hope mainly to see is a bit more of an exciting style of play, a bit more attacking. Even though we won yesterday, there was the match was not very pretty. If you tell a neutral to watch Inter, it will be a punishment for them. My prediction is a 2-0 win in Vienna. Yes, very positive. I'm looking forward to see what your comments are, guys. As always, please like and subscribe. Your support is very much appreciated. Click that thumbs up button. Comment below what your predictions are for the match. Do you agree with the match ratings? And I'll see you for the next one. Ciao, guys. As always, Forza Inter!